Good girl. Hey guys, and good morning to all of your sunshiny faces. So it is like, actually I don't know because that clock has not been working. It says it's 8:30 and it's not 8:30. It's like 11 o'clock. I am actually going to start dinner because we're gonna have ribs. Yeah, right? Ribs. Yep. I was like, for a second I couldn't remember what it was called. I was like, ribs? Wait, yeah. So I'm gonna cook this up, but I have to put it in the crock pot, so I have to like start it now. Which actually I should have started before I even got in the shower on low. If not, I'm gonna cook it on high for like 2 hours, and then I'm gonna cook it on low for like the rest of the time until we eat, because it'll be cooked plenty well by then, because it said to cook on high for like 4 hours. Plus mine's a little bit smaller than what the suggested poundage was for that cooking time. So but yeah, so we're gonna make these in the crock pot, and it's super easy. Like, you just need salt and pepper and Coke and what's the other thing, what's it called, barbecue sauce, and then you put it in the crock pot. Like 3 pounds is supposed to be like 4 hours on high or 8 hours on low. So like I said, I'm gonna kind of do a little bit, because that way it'll be cooked long enough, because I want to start it now, but I don't want to, if not it's gonna take too long to cook on low. So I'm gonna mix and match with the time. So yeah, that's what I need, and I'm gonna figure out what type of barbecue sauce to use, because we always have tons of barbecue sauce. Yeah guys, so I'm like a hot mess right now, because actually I'm a freezing cold mess, because it's cold out. I told you guys, I think 2 days ago, that the high for yesterday was supposed to be like 72. Well, the high was actually only like 66 yesterday. It was not very warm. So yeah, not very warm at all. And so it was like cold, and I don't know how warm it is out today, but I got out of the shower, and so that's why my hair is still all wet kind of. And it's like kind of still chilly a little bit, but yesterday was pretty cold, and I was like in this sweater all day yesterday because it was so cold. Guys, so dinner's ready. We're having some ribs and some mashed potatoes, and then mom also got some bread. Hey guys, I'm working on my grocery store matchups now after dinner. I just got done actually cleaning the table, and I did the dishes, and so I'm working on the matchup, or not matchup, but my what's it called, my grocery store list for tomorrow, and then my meal plan too. Which, guys, I'm super excited, because guess what we bought today? We bought a KitchenAid mixer. I'm so excited, not just because I'm like excited for the mixer or whatever, but I'm super excited about all those attachments. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I'm more excited about the attachments than I am about the actual mixer, but I wouldn't be able to get the attachments to the mixer, you know. I mean, I could, but I'd have nothing to use them with. But anyway, Target has a Black Friday in July sale, and it is only, I think I just got the email, and it says it's only through like the rest of today or something like that. So probably by the time you guys are watching this, I'm not even sure if the sale will still be on, but I did post about it on my blog, so hopefully you guys follow me there and don't miss any fun deals, because oh my goodness, the KitchenAid mixer, it's normally, the one we got is normally $450, but the other two colors are normally $500. The silver one or the red one are normally $500. The black one, which is what we got, is normally $450. And the black one, I thought my mom would have wanted red because normally we had like red in our kitchen or whatever. And so like our pots and pans are all red. You guys have probably seen them. And so I was assuming like, oh, she'd want red, and she was like, no, I want black. But anyway, my mom's been wanting a KitchenAid mixer for like ever. And last Christmas I was kind of paying attention to like the deals to see which one was the cheapest. And the cheapest I ever saw was like $200, which is what we ended up getting ours for. Part of, you know, the Target sale. And so my mom was like, well, I was really excited because I wanted one just to like make like cooking and stuff like that easier, and like especially with the attachments too, which obviously cost more money, but with the attachments it's like awesome. And like, so with the money I've been saving from my couponing is what I use to buy it. So like I get $100 a week to do whatever coupon deals are going on that week, plus whatever things I need for my meal plan for that week. So the 4 meals that I make per week, plus also any couponing deals. So I get $100. And lately I had only been spending, like probably the past 2 months, I've only been spending $60. So with the money that I've been saving, about $40 every week, I was able to put aside and save that money and use it for something that we would use unisonly as a family. Like everybody in the family would kind of use it. And so the KitchenAid mixer wasn't even something that I really had on my list. I had 2 items that I really wanted to get from Amazon. One was a Blendtec blender, and then the other was a food dehydrator, because I've really been wanting to like make kale chips, more healthier things that we can eat, like apples, dried pineapple, like all kinds of dried fruits and stuff like that, or like beef jerky or anything along those lines. So I've really been wanting to get a food dehydrator. This was more just recently. For a really long time I've wanted a really good heavy duty blender. But the one thing with the blender is though, that one of the attachments for the KitchenAid mixer is a juicer. There's also another one which is something else too, an ice cream maker. And so like honestly I'm not even sure how much I really need. I mean, we need a blender, but to need like a heavy duty one, this one, the one I was looking at, was like normally $600. I think it was $300 or $230, but it's a Blendtec. It's like one of the expensive ones. But anyway, I was looking at those, and like a lot of the stuff that I kind of want to do, I just need an attachment now for the mixer, the KitchenAid mixer. So, yeah, with the money I've been saving from couponing is what I used to buy that. But like I said, I wasn't even really planning on getting it until today I saw it on Target, and I was like, you know what? I have $200 saved up from the couponing, and now I can get it. So I just feel really happy, like, because it's something that I've saved up for, you know, and something that I wasn't necessarily going to buy, but it was 60% off. And so I was like, that's pretty good. And, well, I don't, because our color is black, but you know, averagely with the other two is 60% off. And so I was like just really excited, because it's like something that like I've been, not that like it was my goal, but my goal was to get something for the kitchen that I could use via the grocery money and save up and get you know, that way, I guess. And so yeah, but we have $200 budgeted for groceries every week, and my mom and dad will get like things that they specifically need, or for the other 2 meals or 3 meals for that week. So like they get more like snacks type stuff, which I don't really buy a whole ton of. Normally I end up getting the majority of whatever fruit that week, plus like any couponing deals and stuff like that. So they get more like snacky type stuff, or things they need. Like my dad needs specific stuff for his lunch or something like that. Like he uses like chicken. He was using like, oh well, I guess he still buys deli meat and stuff like that, like chicken, and like he uses egg whites, and like my mom has like special bread, and she has what is it too, like just like snacks that she might need or whatever, and then like specific stuff for like my brothers. So that's what they really buy more with their $100, and for me, like I said, that's what I do. But I've only been spending like $60, so that extra $40 I put aside, and I was gonna get the blender. And then I was like, well, you know what, since this is on sale, and it probably won't come around again until Christmas time, because that's the only time I really see these things on sale, I was super excited. So it's a 5-quart mixer. It's not like it's like a floating bowl. Like it has like arms kind of that hold the bowl. And so all the attachments still fit with it. I made sure of that. Like I was really excited because I have an ice cream one too, and the ice cream one fits in the hands. So it's like, it's weird. It's like a floating bowl. I'm not really sure if that makes sense, but it's a little bit different from probably when you think of a traditional KitchenAid mixer. It's like those are like the really expensive ones. It also has a flip top. This one is like a raise. It raises up and down, and the other ones are normally like flips. And so, and then the bowl is a little bit different. So I think it is the cheaper end of the KitchenAid mixers, but it is a newer one, if that makes sense. So it's, I think, in the newer, like, I don't want to say generation, if that makes sense, but it's not the most expensive of the KitchenAid mixers. It's a normally $500 one. We got it for $200, and I was just excited because, like, I'd saved up for it, and you know, I feel like happy now that I was able to now share this with like the whole rest of the family through my couponing and my money savings and everything like that. So yeah, but oh my goodness guys, I'm just excited. Guys, can you guess what we're playing just from the music? I bet you can't. Look at that bubble.
Stop it, Jack.
Look at it.
That's not me, that's Matthew.
Back it up.
Matthew's Mario.
You smell extra bad for some reason today. Look, you look like you have a scar there, but it's just your discoloration.
How do you slap?
I will do no such things. Hey guys, so this is where I'm gonna leave you for tonight. I'm gonna go to bed. It is like about 11:30, and yeah, well, we were playing Mario for like an hour. You guys didn't figure out what it was, and then I ended up watching some vloggers, and now I'm headed to bed. So yeah, but I guess that's pretty much it for today though. Yeah, like I was telling you guys earlier about the KitchenAid, that's pretty much like the best thing that happened today, the most interesting thing that happened today, because I'm just really excited. And guys, I'm just really excited, I guess, because like, to me this opens up a whole new world of like trying to shut down my computer. Opens up like a whole new world of like cooking, because I want to cook so much more from scratch, but it just takes so long to do. And that's what's really just like really irritating to me. It's like, if it didn't take so long to do, then I wouldn't mind making a lot of more stuff from scratch. Because like you guys saw probably the what's it called, the Skittles rainbow cake that we ended up baking. We baked it. It was really, I loved making it. We made what's it called, the cake from a boxed cake, but like the frosting and stuff we made from scratch, and it was a poke cake too, so we actually did Skittles inside, like a Skittles poke cake. So the buttercream frosting I made from scratch, and it didn't even take that long to make, but like those are the type of things, like I'd love to be able to make that from scratch. Like I don't want to have, like, I just want to have like staple stuff. I don't want to have like a boxed cake mix. I don't want to have like frosting mix. I want to be able to make that kind of stuff from scratch, especially because like if you were to get it organic, or even just like even non-organic, but that you know what's going into your food, because boxed cake mix, yeah, you know, for the most part you probably know what's going into it, but you know, making a cake from scratch is a lot more like, there, not necessarily no GMOs and stuff like that, but you know what you're actually getting in your food. Whereas, you know, a lot of times there's stuff in the back of the box that like you can't even read. You're like, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Or like even frosting too, like you're like, okay, I don't know what this means, I don't know what that means, but like making frosting from scratch, you're like, okay, it's got butter in it, it's got this, you know, or whatever. It's easier to figure out what to make. And so that's why I'm just like super excited about making this new you know, you're getting this new KitchenAid mixer, and I'm just really excited too about any of the attachments, which I've added all of the ones I want, or well, not all of them, but a good portion of the ones I want to my wish list on Amazon. So that's on there. And then also, you know, I really the next thing I'm going to get though, like I said, was the food dehydrator, which I'm so excited about getting, because I really want to start being able to make like healthy snacks. And like, you know, because like to me, dried fruits are more candy than candy. Like I would not eat candy almost at all if I had dried fruits. Like I would eat dried fruits all the time, because that's like my sugary stuff that I crave every once in a while. I wouldn't crave it as much if I had you know, dried fruits instead of candy. And then 2, with my kale chips, which I'll show you guys real quick. I get these, I don't know if you guys have ever had the Brad's raw kale chips. The one I specifically have had and really, really like is the Vampire Killer one. It's the garlic, and it looks like this. But this stuff, it is 2.5 ounces. You guys can see on here. It's non-GMO and it's all organic, vegan, and gluten-free. But the problem is, guys, this stuff is like $6 or $7 per one of those little ones. Sometimes they'll go on sale for like $4 or $5, but my parents actually bought me that, and it was so expensive. And it was like so expensive. I went to Jewel the next day and I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys paid that much for this? They were like, well, we know you would love it. And I was like, yeah, I love it, but it's expensive and I do not like kale. I love kale, but I don't like it cooked in the oven. And all the things I've ever said say that, you know, like baked in the oven, it doesn't necessarily taste the same as dehydrated, because it takes out a lot of the nutrients out of the food that you're actually eating, because I think, and this is the line between vegan and raw vegan. A vegan, there's lots of different vegans, but like a regular vegan is somebody who doesn't eat any animal products. A raw vegan is someone who doesn't eat any animal products and they don't eat anything cooked over 100, and I think it's like 35 degrees or 25 or something like that. So they only dehydrate their food, because if you heat it any more than that, it starts to lose the nutrients in it, because, you know, obviously, like, you know, kale is a living organism, but as soon as you cook it, you know, in the oven or whatever, it starts to lose that nutrients because it's actually then like dying. At least this is what I understand from what I've read. And so you know, if it's dehydrated though, it's not cooked over that amount, so it still retains a lot of that nutrients, you know, because then it's still actually living, if that makes sense. Which, it sounds weird when you say, well, your food is still living when you eat it. But, you know, it's the same thing as like having lettuce, or, you know, having a salad. A straight salad is raw. But, you know, if you were to, you know, I don't even know if steaming counts, but, you know, if you were to, you know, baked caramelized carrots or something like that, like we have always at Easter, like something like that, would then lose nutrients because it's cooked beyond that temperature, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm just super excited about this, because I figured if I make just 5 pounds of kale chips, which kind of sounds like a lot, but normally, I mean, it's not that much, but if you guys, okay, so it was 2.5 ounces. I converted everything to figure out how much I needed to make of those kale chips to, for when my dehydrator would start paying for itself. And I only need to make 5 pounds of kale chips in order for it to start paying for itself. And that way I get those kale chips. But the thing is, like, I don't know, I just feel like, even though like that's organic and, you know, everything like that, I feel like just even knowing, like, and you take it for granted, I think, sometimes, when you could just go to the grocery store and get like things that you want, but actually making it from scratch is just a lot better. So I don't know, guys, I'm just so excited about this new KitchenAid, and I'm super, super, super excited too about saving up now for my food dehydrator. Like, you guys don't even know how excited I am about this. I'm excited about the KitchenAid, but I still have to get a lot of the attachments that I want for it in order to really fulfill what I want to do with it. But with the food dehydrator, as soon as I get it, like, I can start making it work for me like that. So anyway though, guys, I am gonna leave it at that, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. If you guys enjoyed the vlog from today, though, give it a thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. So bye, guys. Okay, all right.
You look more like a trailer park kid.
Okay.
Hello, people.
This is gonna make great. This music is distracting. I know it's supposed to.
Hey guys, so dinner is ready. This is how the what's it called, chicken and dumplings turned out. It was kind of the same way. Like, the dumplings are, like, you guys can see, they're kind of in there, But yeah, it cooks like kind of weird because the dumplings like absorb all of the like juices kind of because it's those Grand's biscuits when it cooks. So it gets like weird